Bro,
That's
like,
the type
listen,
of shit. Yeah.
Giannis, you're great. You are fucking great. You should get a statue being built right now. I'm actually reading his book, by the way, from
I couldn't pronounce.
Marin Fader.
Okay.
She's from The Ringer. I just started the book. Excellent start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like it makes you just like Giannis is a guy that you cannot root against. Even when the first chapter that is the fucking what they call the first part of a
The
book.
prologue.
Yeah, the prologue. She had a different name for it, like the introduction, whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, I'm talking about out of the gate, Derek. Him and Thanasis couldn't play at the same time. Why you think they couldn't play at the same time?
I know this story. Oh my god.
These motherfuckers had to share shoes.
Share shoes.
Yeah.
Like, bro, when you hear shit like that out of the gate, I don't know what the rest of the book is gonna go on hold for me. But
They had to share shoes.
Share
That shit is
shoes.
crazy, bro.
we can't even work on our game at the same time because he got to wear the shoes. Crazy. But yeah, like you said, Mike, even before they won the championship, a player like Kevin Durant doing the things that he did with the losses that the Nets had.
No. The one game where he played 48, whole game.
That's best player of the world.
That's a historical
Yes.
Didn't he
game.
have 52 or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
He had a 50-point triple-double, and this is famously after Pierre was like, yeah, he's not that guy to do it all first.
What did I say? What exactly does?
I think it's just like he's
doesn't make
he's going to
his
get the
guys
buckets
around
and
him.
do all
he
that.
don't
He's
do
like,
everything.
it's just like that.
He did everything. He's
That's
the
just
best
what
player.
happens there through the wire when you talk bad about a
I mean,
player.
that's
He's
part
going
of
to show
being
his
analyst.
ass.
Sometimes you're gonna say some shit, and somebody just gonna come out.
No, yeah, I'm super fine with it because
Yeah.
like that's just how I feel. You know what I mean? Like I know he's without a doubt an incredible scorer, but even if you look at Kevin, and I was wrong in that moment. I was totally wrong. Obviously, 50-point triple double. I couldn't have been more wrong. But the history of Kevin Durant's career as a guy that's watched him his whole career since Texas, he's always been surrounded with other people. Not to his fault though. But who do other shit for him, and all he had to do was be a bucket, you know. So
and I think about this too, like that mentality, especially in the Olympics. When you have all these great players around you, and you're still the go-to guy, everybody's still looking at. You're still the dude that's getting all the buckets. And this is even last Olympics when they had all those guys we talk about.
he buying some shit.
I am buying things.
No, it was crazy watching Olympics because like he does have all those weapons around him, and he will still have like half of the team's points.
Yeah. Right.
I would be like, damn.
And that's what shout out to Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant is also the person who now at 26, I know we still young or whatever, but I've watched the game for so long and he's making me change my lens because as a guy who when I play, I'm not always the bucket. I do a little bit of everything. I can be the bucket at certain times. And I used to always be like, who's better? A guy like LeBron who does everything, but bro, a guy like Durant who can score like Durant, which everybody can't score, but a guy that can get you the bucket, I damn near don't give a fuck that he doesn't get me 8 assists because he's like we saw in
He'll make those points from assists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it don't fucking matter because he's got like which is more valuable to you, a guy who could do a little bit of everything or could always get a bucket.
It's a little bit of everything for me.
It is okay.
It is because the way I think about it, and like you can't really say shit to like a person like Kevin Durant taking that last shot down the road, but it's just they always gonna be able to do everything that gets you to those type of points or make those type of plays. And Kevin Durant literally, I'm gonna stop comparing it with Kevin Durant because he's just like all that, but like. Those go-to scores, they don't always get everybody involved, or they don't always understand, like, I'm going to get my points in the fourth quarter, but I need to get my guys going first and do all this. Like, I love the guys that bring the impact from the jump, whether it's be rebounding and physicality, getting your players involved, but they're also going to make those plays down the stretch to just win the game.
Yeah, Kevin Durant did that in the Olympics. I saw a lot. Like, he would make those extra – like, in that fourth quarter, he didn't score. He had a lot of like extra passes where he would get to Jason Tatum, D Book on the wings, and all that. He was definitely making a lot of plays late in the game.
I seen that jump with Zach LaVine. Like when I watched him during some of those goal games, they were full pressing him because like when you're a weapon and like such an offensive threat, you're gonna see so many different defense. Like I think James Harden is a master of that too.
Especially when you're the only guy on the team.
Yeah, it's just like being able to know when like to pick and choose spots to be aggressive. To also just make it easier on myself, If everybody, it's always 10 eyes looking at me trying to score, it's going to be a lot harder than it's just like I got to worry about D Mills or KB in that corner too because I know that he loves kicking it out to them. So it's just that added pressure.
Who say like, why can't he do it on his own? Why does he need to go get
who the hell has done it on their own?
Yeah, exactly. That's
who the hell has done it on their own?
Nobody wins the championship.
I just think when people say on their own, they mean like in a Giannis way, where obviously he didn't do it on his own, but he didn't run away.
But I think it's amazing.
But that's the. I see what you're saying.
You can't do that for like At least I haven't seen
No,
somebody
but
literally do
you're
that for
right,
like
though.
7 games. You're like, I've seen players do that shit for stretches where it's like they're literally everywhere. From a chase down block to the 3, but I have not seen somebody just can take control of the whole game for a
For sure.
7-game series and he's just doing everything.
No, for
Yeah, they
sure.
usually
You can't
don't
do
even make
that.
it to the finals because
No.
at some point you're like gonna burn out, or a team's gonna just double team and triple team you, and then you got to rely on your other guy.
Definitely, but I don't think nobody literally means doing it by yourself because we, like Mike said, we've never seen it be done.
And even when Giannis was doing it by himself, quote unquote, motherfuckers was talking about he not even Batman. You know what I'm saying? You can't no
about
matter if
giving
you
his
stay
MVP
with
to
the
Chris
grind or
Middleton.
you go somewhere else, people
Sure.
gonna find something to talk about.
I think
negatively.
what makes it different that a lot of people need to take into consideration is also like everybody doesn't play for a Bucks franchise. Like the Bucks did a very good job even before they won a championship of putting the things around Giannis to give him the best opportunity he could to win. Like going out and getting Brook Lopez. That was such a
That's
fucking
one of the most
instrumental
pivotal.
thing.
Yeah, that's one of the
Yes.
most pivotal things that they could have done.
That
Like
was
that
so
just opened
big.
up his career.
Chris Middleton. Even when they saw Chris Middleton taking baby steps in the right direction of like solidifying and staying with him, paying him, getting Drew Holiday, paying Drew Holiday. You know, they did everything they could do, and it worked. Everybody don't have a franchise where they'll do everything. We hear Paul George talked about the Pacers all the time, where it was like, I think Mike always bring it up, where he say the Pacers just,
They're just cool with being okay.
Cool with
like,
being okay.
Yeah, that middle pack team.
and it's like, you know, sometimes you need to play for a team that's willing to go into the luxury for you, that'll listen to what you want. You know what I mean? Like, we also got to take that part into consideration about. But I understand why people
sometimes
say
that don't work out though, because the Rockets listen to everything James Harden wanted.
that's true.
Literally everything.
That's
They
true.
but they had it though. I feel like that wasn't just they didn't get that
Chris
shit
Paul got
done.
injured.
That's true.
They had it. They had chances, bro.
Yeah.
That's
They
right.
had
That's
chances.
true.
That's why it's not only that like for a championship you need obviously the players and all the other stuff, but I think it's just you need a little bit of luck in there too.
For sure.
And they had that luck come around when Kevin Durant got hurt and
They couldn't.
they
take
did not
advantage.
capitalize. Like
Yeah.
that's why I say that Rockets team they had their chance. It's just they couldn't fulfill it.
Hey,
Love the conversation, fellas.
Like I said in a rap.
These shorts little.
Listen to me. Niggas frauds and they bars. To me, that's foolish. No gun lines. I rap what I'm doing. That mean I'm like Giannis. I won without shooting, and they CP3. They can't win without losing. I had to say that. 'cause
I don't like that
Paul-
bar. I honestly don't like that bar.
But yeah, CP3 just can't win without losing. Like he did something as a kid. He kicked a girl. He stole a old lady purse. He was a purse snatcher or something, man. But shout out to CP3.